Lesson 311. I judge all things as I would have them be. Lesson 311 is the first lesson for the special thought, what is the last judgment? And we have come a very, very long way. We are inching towards the end of our year together. And I welcome you to this Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. And you know that I'm Judith, and this is part of the Lucid Mind Center, a virtual center which I started in 2010 for retraining the mind. And the reason this is called Qigong support is because after reading and contemplating this lesson together, I'm going to guide you to Qigong classes, which are going to help you integrate and understand both the special thought, what is the last judgment, and today's idea. Let's begin reading and contemplating this lesson together and see what comes up. And I'm going to give you more instructions in the end. Let's begin. Lesson 311. I judge all things as I would have them be. Judgment was made to be a weapon used against the truth. It separates what is being used against and sees it off as if it were a thing apart. And then it makes of it what you would have it be. It judges what it cannot understand because it cannot see totality and therefore judges falsely. Let us not use it today, but make a gift of it to Him who has a different use for it, to our Holy Spirit. Like, let's lay this on the altar and say, you judge it for me, because I am often mistaken, I know out of experience. He will relieve you of the agony of all the judgments you have made against yourself and re-establish peace of mind by giving you God's judgment of His Son. In the Qigong class, I will ask you to read this idea, and I will also ask you to read the prayer. And in the Qigong class for the last judgment, I will remind you what God's last judgment is on you. I'm going to read the prayer. I'm going to read the message, if you will, from God's last judgment. But you want to sink deep within and understand what this lesson and what this prayer means, and then allow the inspiration to sink deep within, remembering who you are. The prayer goes like this. Father, we wait with open mind today to hear your judgment of the Son you love. We do not know him and we cannot judge, and so we let your love decide what he whom you created as your Son must be. Beautiful. I almost feel like there is not a lot that I have to add to this, because we are so far ahead that words really become less meaningful. And what really becomes meaningful is your willingness and your intention to let go of fear. Let go of the last residues of fear, and then allow that awareness of holiness to sink within, using those tools which we have learned with the Qigong, allowing that awareness to sink in into that space which you are acknowledging as being you. Just allow that holiness to sink in, blessing yourself with that awareness, and then asking for clarification, and then just waiting and allowing for it to arise, if you will, from that wisdom which you have deep within. So today I'm going to invite you to a seated Qigong class which I have made specially for what is the last judgment, where we just really want to allow ourselves to sink deep within, remembering that we are the holy child of God, judging correctly and laying all other judgments aside. Let's read this lesson one more time with this idea in mind. I judge all things as I would have them be. So you first choose how you would have things be. Judgment was made to be a weapon used against the truth. It separates what is being used against, whatever you're using against, you separate that and sets it off as if it were a thing apart. And just as I sat down to read this lesson, the book opened up in recognizing the Spirit, which is on chapter 31, the simplicity of salvation. And the first sentence goes like this: you see the flesh or you recognize the Spirit. There is no compromise between the two. If one is real, the other must be false, for what is real denies its opposite. There is no choice in vision but this one. And this goes very much hand in hand with this judgment. You judge all things as you would have them be. So you got to choose first how you're going to judge it. So judgment was made to be a weapon used against the truth. It separates what it is being used against and sets it off as if it were a thing apart. And then it makes of it what you would have it be. It judges what it cannot understand because it cannot see totality and therefore judges falsely. Let us not use it today. Let us not use judgment today, but make a gift of it to Him who has a different use for it, bringing your judgments to that altar within yourself, laying it there and saying to the Holy Spirit, you decide. He will relieve you of the agony of all the judgments you have made against yourself and re-establish peace of mind by giving you God's judgment of His Son. And the prayer goes like this: Father, we wait with open mind today to hear your judgment of the Son you love. We do not know Him and we cannot judge, and so we let your love decide what He whom you created as your Son must be. Beautiful. So today I invite you to this seated class which I have specially recorded for What is the Last Judgment. Here is the previous Qigong class, which is What is the Second Coming. Here you have got the reading of What is the Last Judgment, and here you have got the list of all the different classes if you would like to do another one. Enjoy.